Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back. Another one of our Justin Fields rebuilds here, as we are in week 14, I think it is. Looking at some scouting. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We don't have a first round pick this season. We're going to go ahead and trade it to the Giants. Why we're kind of looking for some value in the later rounds, but we'll kind of see. That'll be it for the scouting. Let's go into the game here against the Texans.
From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans.
But the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December.
All right, baby.
At Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake.
Cam Newton getting absolutely destroyed by the Rams. Their second loss of the season.
As their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him
You
another.
missed it. Under pressure.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans.
And that's how it's going to start.
Bring this one back. A fumble
Pressure straight up the middle. The entire line collapses. Nowhere to go with the football.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Okay, let's reset.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
They'll get nothing at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw here. Oh, a battle for it here. And
Cole Kmet, what a dime there
deep into Houston territory.
by Fields.
A big play there for the
But that was on a,
46 yards.
You ask tight ends about
I
their
think
favorite
that was a
position.
linebacker.
Surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples.
Number
because
44, I think,
it's
is
routes in the middle
Cunningham.
of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that.
And Tariq Cohen in the end zone. Let's go.
Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown.
Ever dangerous.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that's the type of offense I want to see this season.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide.
In real life. Something that's high-powered. Something to come down to March. Something a little bit more run game than what I play, obviously. But it's going to be great. See Tariq Cohen on the field again.
This will make it into the end zone, and Hilliard will elect to not return it. Out now comes two-time Pro Bowler Deshaun
All right, Watson, 17-10. I think he's was banged up a little bit this year. But also that could be his stats because this team is not great. This Texans team is in a complete blow it up and rebuild. No.
Week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Oh, wow.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First down.
On 1st down, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
Nowhere to go with that football.
Thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. They'll try the draw, Lindsay. And he's got it across midfield. And
Come on, Nichols.
Territory. 4 yards the game.
Gotta make that play.
3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson.
It's going to be caught, but it's going to be definitely a couple yards short. And they're going to go for it.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to
And that forced him to throw it out of bounds. Overthrown still for Lee, but the blitz gets to him, the pressure.
It was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of
Oh, wow.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
I read that completely wrong.
6 for the Texans TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
I read that completely wrong.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early.
It's a good blitz.
3rd and short. They elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT.
Watson just trying to get something going, and he just cannot. It's a good thing because right now I've made 2 big mistakes. It resulted in 2 defensive touchdowns.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that was
We're going to roll right. I already can tell. Unless Herbert's open.
That changes things a little bit because
Yep.
against man, it's often a tight curl.
We got a window there to Mooney.
Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now Montgomery, and this one's going to go the wrong way.
It's Wallow,
Losing yardage back
45.
at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. And the Texans
2nd and 11.
Pressure on the outside.
Hanson to his left. He'll run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
brings up 3rd and 1.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Texans 14.
Komet 1-on-1 with a safety.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the 1st down.
Get in there.
The 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 22 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate.
I had to run away from the blitz.
They can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And his top speed, as computed by next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
Now a 1st down.
Oh, that was almost picked off.
Throw incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
Throwing again is Watson.
Nowhere to go. There's Khalil.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now a toss left side.
It's Jimmy Graham.
Of his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He'll try and run it, and here he'll get it down to the 7.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A little bit too high.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run on.
And Tariq Cohen into the end zone.
He is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
Tonga.
Guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches. catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Oh, of course.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
We always talk about the guy who paid all
Nope.
the play, don't we?
Mac in the backfield. Let's go, baby. We've bottled up Philip Lindsay, but this is an offensive. Well, was going to struggle anyway. We've allowed them to stay in this game.
Right on the money.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Watson.
And that's dropped.
Incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Oh, what a... Wow, what a play to call there.
Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
And it looks like the Browns actually are undefeated at 12-0.
All the score as the kicks away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'll I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Now the Texans will burn the.
I don't know if we're in field goal range,
As they'll head
but
to
we're
the
gonna do it
sideline
anyway.
and talk over what to do next.
A 52-yard attempt.
And
Got it.
Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And
It's 24-21 though.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything.
Want to move on, Graham.
He has that confidence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Watson looks to throw again. Open man is QT, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
First down, Houston.
To the air yet again, Watson. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 39. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the 1st half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
We've allowed the Texans to stay in this game.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will make it into the end zone, and Hilliard will elect to not return it. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback and expect.
Oh, wow.
Situation.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes.
Come on, do not over-pursue that.
Offensively. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping.
Trufant's played well, but
of a big second half.
On 1st down, it's Watson.
and there is Quinn. Finally, someone getting to him.
Taken down. Robert Quinn in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
Big hit there by Roquan.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Watson. And able to
No,
catch it on the left
he's out of
side,
bounds.
but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at
All right.
the 18-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
flush to his right. He's going to take off with it.
That's good for the Chicago Bears.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
What is that?
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
No pain, no gain.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Come on.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We need to get back in field goal range.
At least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, hit as he
Just cannot get rid of it fast enough.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down.
Let's right. We got extra protection with Kmet.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection.
Well, it's more than blitz
Maybe bring another
right.
guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
Come on, I wanted you to keep going with that.
Get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I think that's in field goal range. No, that's just out of field goal range, actually.
4th down. So
We're going to go with Montgomery here.
field goal try.
Can we get it? Yes, we can. 1st down.
Able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. But we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, it's Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield.
Come on,
stay in
Das.
the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him.
Throw it on Mooney.
Incompletion.
I'll take it.
That's complete to
Not a pretty pass by any means, but
Bears 1st down as they're able
that converts to 1st down.
to conversion.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Montgomery back to the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get...
Cohen again! The man is a mismatched monster.
9-yard touchdown grab, and the Bears have broken the tie. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Santos now to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
Okay, defense, this is the time.
You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice...
I mean, that's a good route by Connolly.
Passes when they're going that fast.
It's nothing Grant could do right there, even if he wanted to.
If you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception.
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a
Is there a
hand
push
on it,
off there?
pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard
It's
your
holding.
receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep.
See if we get Monty going.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
And we get some room for David Montgomery. That's a big scamper, like in real life. I get a big scamper like that against the Texans.
85 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And that is a great pool. A Borum. Good block by Komet.
A couple exclamation points. Now the point after try for Santos.
And that's almost 200 rushing yards for this Bears offense.
To extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now left side, a
I got stuck on the receiver there.
Shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson. He's got the hook up to Lee. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They're going with Lindsey.
Damn.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did. You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this looks like a decent play here.
Throwing again is Watson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait,
Come on,
no.
Trufant.
No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
What a grab!
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He caught that. That is a great catch there.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Oh, come on. You got to pick that.
Throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
On for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Texans 27.
So
Just could not get there in time, but hey, it happens.
To get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I
there,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And
Big hit on Allen Robinson.
You go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a shotgun snap.
Come on, you missed.
And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock,
Just ran out of room.
increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And here comes the Texans now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 13.
All right, come on, guys.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Man open
Graham with the stop.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Decent start to
He's getting better. That's the biggest thing. So
two-point conversion and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
and that's dropped.
Pass incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Watson.
Knocked away.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Operating from the gun, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
We'll hold the man coverage here.
From the gun, Watson.
Nope.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Watson. And
It's Graham on
he's
Conley.
inside the 40. Give him 14 on
No,
the
that's
first down.
Brown, I think.
And movement here by one
I don't
of
know.
the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
I think that's the tight end, 85.
5 yards.
It's a reserve tight end now. Philip Lindsay in motion.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Brown.
Yeah, it is Brown.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go to a nickel man here.
As I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
From down at the 12.
We're gonna do his zone here. I don't like the look of this. It's likely a play action or run, and Nichols is there. Okay.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's caught.
He goes over, I go under.
Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here.
And that's Roquan. Let's go.
But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their
Oh,
way
come
down
on,
the field,
good
they
one.
had the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A little read option here.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that is a big, big play there.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And Montgomery is going to break another one. Stay in bounds. Now we can run the clock down.
You can tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won.
Let's go.
Whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd
Fields. And another shootout. We allowed the Texans to be in this game, but hey, it happens. But we closed the game and running the football. Made some defensive plays when we needed to. Graham is here, there. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. The defense is sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. But the rushing today did it.
They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Chicago, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on
Watson, 2 touchdowns, clean game though, just couldn't get it done. Fields had 1 pick, but decently clean game. Montgomery, $153 and a touchdown. Fields with 56 and a touchdown. Cohen with a touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 161 and a touchdown. Cohen had 2. So Cohen had a combined 3 touchdowns today. Okay. I see you. Marquise Lee had a touchdown here, 45 yards. Komet with 85 yards. Most tackles, Roquan. He had 2 tackles for loss. Sacks, 2 by Lawson, 1 by Quinn, 1 by Mack. Interceptions by Zach Cunningham. And here we go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. Oak, what an upgrade. Jeez. I have not seen an upgrade like that ever. What a roll. Four tackled for Hicks? Okay. True font. Okay, 2-man. Borum. Doing some power. Let's go. Run block power. Okay. Okay. Wow, look at his blocking. Okay. Riley Ridley. Daz getting his slot up. Is catching. Okay, Mustafa is doing a pretty good job for being lowly rated. There's Gibson. So we're 9-4. We're rolling right now. Mario Edwards is returning from injury. Let's see what Edwards has. I like Tonga. He's playing decently right now. So our large patch is in our base package. Let's go Nichols. In our pass rush package, we're gonna go with Edwards. Put some more speed on the field. Okay. So the Vikes, we've played them once before. And that was a 7-point win. Cousins had 2 picks. Fields not a great day with 4 picks. I think I forced a lot of those. Oh, this is the one that wasn't a clean game at all by either team. And the defense is dominated. Fields had 2 touchdowns rushing. Cohen had a touchdown. Irv Smith, the $148. Mooney with the $109. Touchdowns by Thielen and Dalvin Cook. Sacks by Kendricks, Quinn, Mack, Hunter. So it was not a clean game. That was the one that Nichols had the touchdown. And I think so did Gibson, or he got close to it. Okay, guys, that's going to end this episode. We got the Vikings week 15. Looking at the standings, this could even it up. And it goes to a who has the best conference and division record, all that stuff. We don't want to mess with that. We want this win, and we'll lock up the division even if we tie. So this is for the NFC North. If we win the division. If we don't, it goes down in the last 2 weeks. So thank you all for joining me, guys. Don't forget to leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.